Hello, this is Mr. Agbam Idonobrene. You are welcome to today's lesson, Thursday, 26th of February 2026. Today we are still continuing with the topic angle measurement. And today our target for today is to identify and correctly use a protractor. Then we should be able to measure a given angle accurately using a protractor. Now, so far we have done the definition of angle, we have talked about angle as a measurement, we have talked about angle as rotation, we have talked about the arms of angles, how to name an angle, the clock hand, all these things we did all from Tuesday, Wednesday, and I've explained everything. I've used different applet to make it clear for us. Now today we want to look at how to measure angle proper using the protractor. First, we should be able to know what a protractor is. We should be able to identify it. So I showed us protractor in the class. It's in the math set. That tool that have a semicircle shape. That is what we call a protractor. So let me show us the brief note we have today before we do the demonstration and measure angle with the protractor. Now, this is the meaning of protractor. It's an instrument we use to measure angle. So we say the instrument used to measure angle is called a protractor. Now, it is usually a semicircle, half circle shape. We already know what a semicircle means, half of a circle. So protractor have this shape. Now, protractor have two scales. We have one that is the inner scale. We have the other one that is the outer scale. Both of them measures from 0 degrees to 180 degrees, and each of them have the measurement from either end. So most times the inner scale start the 0 from the right hand side to the left, while the outer scale start the zeros from the left to the right. Then another important point of a protractor is the center point, which is the origin. So we usually call it the vertex. This is the point we put in the vertex of the angle when we are taking measurement. That is the protractor. Now let me show you the image of a protractor. Now this is how a protractor look like, the one that is common in our math set in school, secondary school, primary school, and so on in Nigerian school. Now this is the protractor. You can see where I label at the outer scale. You see the 0 mark, which is for the inner. The 0, the 180 mark, this is for the outer scale. So the outer scales measure from 0 on your left down to 180 on your right. Then the inner, you can see this is the inner scale. The inner scales measure from 0 from your right, see down to 180 on your left. So any side your angle is positioned, you can use any of the scale, the inner or the outer scale, to do your measurement. The another important tool or part of the protractor is this center point that I mark as red X like this. So this tool is very important. How do you know this red tool in your protractor? Every protractor have this point, is always connected straight to this 90. No matter the kind of protractor you have, if you look at 90 downward, you will see that 90 will go down and cross the baseline, this line that connects 0, 180 and 0, 180. Every protractor have this. So in class, most of us, we saw it in class, the 90 down like this, where it crosses this horizontal line that connect the 0 and 180 here, the 0 and 180. That point is very important. This is the point you place on the vertex of the angle that you want to measure. Then finally the baseline. So the baseline is this horizontal line that runs from 0 through to 180, or from 0 on this side through to 180. So sometimes you can even use protractor as a ruler. That's why you also have some centimeter measurement on this side when you use it to rule. So take note of these various parts of a protractor. Now let's move. Now, how to measure an angle using a protractor. So now that you know the various parts of a protractor, if you want to use it to measure, it's simple. Just place your protractor. That's what I mean by step one, as place. Place the protractor now using the center point of the protractor. Using the center point of the protractor to be on the vertex of the angle. I will demonstrate this using our popular applet, the GeoGebra applet. So the center point of a protractor must be on the vertex. Very important. That is this point. This point that comes from 90 down and connect to the horizontal line. This center point of your protractor must be on the vertex, very important. Then by the time you do that, the next thing is to align one of the arm now. We say line up one arm of the angle with the baseline. So that baseline, that line that runs from the center to zero, you see, of the protractor, make sure one of the line connect to an arm. Then from there, you can now start your measurement. Make sure the arm runs along zero through the center point. Very, very important. And by the time you achieve that, the next thing is to read the protractor. Just look at where the other arm start from. Read across now. You start from zero, you read to where the other arm is on the protractor. So you understand this when I show you a demonstration. Let's look at the demonstration using this applet now. All right. Okay, this is the applet now. Let me move up. Let me put it on full screen so that we'll see everywhere. All right, this is the applet I used in class today. We said this is the protractor. This is the angle you want to measure. What to do if you want to measure any angle is to first take your protractor. This is the center point I'm talking about. Just take it, drag it, and drop it on the vertex of the angle you want to measure. Something like this. Just carry it and drop it on the vertex. So by the time you are holding your protractor now, carry this center point of your protractor, drop it at the vertex of the angle you are measuring. Then the next thing is to take this zero arm of the protractor now, this zero mark, roll it around to any of the arm. It's either you are putting it on this arm here, which is arm BA or AB, or you can put it on the other arm, which is arm CA, this side. See, I can either use CA arm. See, the zero is touching the arm CA, vertex is here, or I can put it in the other arm. Anyone you wish to use, you are okay. Just know the arm you are using and know how to take your measurement, or you put it here. So if I use this place, that means I'll start my counting from this end, which is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then you read in between this small line. Let me see what is this value. So as I'm looking at this now, this is giving me, let's see, this is 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So we have between 54 and 55. So you can actually test your result. That's why I like using this applet. You can click and put your result here and see if it's correct. As you type it, just click on enter. You see it wrote very good. It gave you thumb up here. Yeah, okay. So if you miss it, maybe you mistakenly use, let's say 45, and you click on enter, it will tell you no, this is wrong. So this is how you use the protractor. Let's do another example. Let's see. Let me take this one out. Let's take the protractor out. Let's take the protractor out. Yes. Now, if you want to change this example, you can always click on this new measurement. Just click on this slider and slide it. See the value have changed. You can click and slide. Just keep sliding it. It will keep changing the angle measurement. And if you want to move this angle to any extent, just click on this place. See, you can click it anywhere. Take the measurement from anywhere, depend on what you want. So let me leave it like this. A question can come in any form when you are measuring with your protractor. So there's no excuse for I don't know how to use the protractor. The main thing is if the question comes in this format, they say measure this angle A. First thing to do, take the center point of the protractor, drop it on this place. Let me slide here down because I need it to roll the protractor. So take the center point of the protractor, drop it at the vertex. That is the first thing you need to do. So I've dropped it here. The next thing is to roll this zero and put it in one of the arms. If you see what I just did now, the arm is outside the angle, it's not inside. So I didn't get it right. I'll need to turn it to the other way. You see, so this is the correct way. So I need to put it like this now. You can see now it's correct. This 0 is on this arm AB. Now we can do our measurement now. Let me see. Let me position this one well. It's not touching it. I think we are okay now. Yes, the center point is meeting the vertex now, and this is 0. Now let's read from here down to this place. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So I'm seeing 100 here. So this is more than 100. Let's see. This is like 102. Let me check. Giving me 102. Let me see. So by the time you put it and click on enter, it says no. Let me see. It's very small. Okay, let me try 103. Okay, let me try 101. Yes, it's 101. She's very close to it's very close to 102. So the answer is 101. So this is how you use the protractor in taking your measurements. Okay, when you are through with your measurement, you can actually take your pen and write the result inside the space. Let me shift this one out. Let me take a pen. You can write the result. Since we got 101, you can write it here. 101 degrees. So you can do something like this. So this is all I want us to get in this lesson. Let's take note of that. Let me erase this one. So take note of that. Let's just do one more practice, and that is all for today's lesson. So this is an angle. Let's change it again. Let me change the value. So let's take this small angle. Let's say I want to get this angle measurement. Remember the rules again. Take the center point of the protractor, drop it at the vertex of the angle. So that is the first rule. Then take the zero line, put it in one of the arms. Now that I put it like this, you can see that the angle is outside. The protractor is outside, so I need to turn it the other way. So I need this arm of 0 to be at this point. So this is 0 standing on this arm. So you see the 0 and the center point of the project of the protractor, they are on this line. From here you can read it like this. Now let's read it like this, which is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I'm getting something very close to 60. So let me see. This one is very close to, okay, no, it's not 60. You can see 50. This is 55, 56. I'm getting 57. Let's type and see. If I put 57 here, let me see. Correct. I got this one perfectly. So that is it. So with this applet, you can understand it better. Then use your protractor. Do it in your notebook. Do it in your textbook. You will understand it very, very well. Now that you are through with it, you can take your pencil. If this were to be your notebook, take your pencil, write 57 under this place. So that is that. So 57 degrees. So this is all about using protractor to take measurement. So let me take it out. So that is done. So take time. This applet, I've put the link already in our classroom. Click on the link, you will see this applet. Click on this place to zoom it in full screen to make it easy for you to use in your classes. So that is all for this lesson. Then to end the lesson, let's me go back to our slide. Let's go back to our slide. Okay. So, okay, this is our slide. Let me make the slide come out well. Okay, now this is the slide. So let's go. So this is how to use the protractor. Take note of this step again and follow the instruction I did. Then finally, this is the example we did in class. Go to your checkpoint textbook. Please, this is checkpoint maths, not new general math. Go to page 135. You will see example there. Measure the example and write your answer using your protractor. Then come here again. page 135, there are so many examples, so many questions there. The same checkpoint maths 7, use the protractor, measure all the angles starting from A, B, C, D down to F. Measure all the angle in this page. Learn how to use protractor. By measuring all those angles, it will help you to know how to use your protractor. So that is all for the lesson. Tomorrow on Friday, we are writing a small test just to know our understanding on plane shapes and solid shapes. So that is all for this lesson. Thank you for watching once again. Do have a nice day.